because I think this is a really emotional topic for a lot of people.
Needless to say, be prepared.
Scared or in danger. You might be paying a little more or a little less. Thought it'd be cool to show you the difference. Absolutely unbelievable.
How cool is that, huh?
Yeah, I love that, man.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Good morning and welcome to today's video. Today, myself and 4 of my friends are gonna share with you everything or most of what we've learned about traveling Mexico, the Baja, over the last 8 days. We are in Porto Nuevo and I'm in one of the bedrooms here. We're staying on the beach. Look at this beautiful room. Nice dresser, decor, beautiful bed. And this is where Senior Master Chief Mark sleeps. If you're into YouTube, well, you get this closet. I get to sleep in there. It's all in good fun. We've actually had an amazing time. Really enjoyed ourselves on this trip. The company has been as beautiful as the country and the roads and the people.
Absolutely. Definitely. The whole trip has been blessed.
Let's show you out the back door. We're literally right on the ocean. So in today's video, we are going to share with all of you our thoughts about traveling to Mexico, how to go about it, and just what we think of it, because we've all been reading all your comments, and there's a lot of questions out there that we all want to answer. So one of the first things I'll tell you about is as we're leaving here, a lot of the nicer entryways, well, they're cobblestone like this. So this is what you're dealing with, a big drainage ditch. You got to turn around and, you know, maneuver on that. It's a little bit of a challenge, and like I said, that's some of the nicer roads. Parking and bike security is probably something y'all want to know about. Myself, I don't worry too much. I take off my phone from my Zero 3D phone holder. You know, I'll leave my gloves tucked up here like this, no problem. Usually I'll take my helmet in with me, but I have left it out several times. In a situation like this where we're going to be off the area, I'll take my helmet in with me. My bags, if I had something in them, I'd probably lock them. But there's not really, I mean, they could steal one of my blankets for camping if they want. Other than that, that's kind of how you park and leave your bike. Not as much to be afraid of as maybe I thought in the beginning. I mean, you've had that on the back of your bike almost every day, right, Scott?
Every day.
Never anybody messed with it.
No.
And we rode pretty much all the coastline in northern Baja, both sides. I mean, it's pretty relaxed. So let's talk about dining.
Okay, so we're at one of my favorite restaurants. It's called La Fonda. And as you can see, there's not a bad seat in the house right here. This is one of the more upscale places to eat. Obviously, there's different types of dining in Mexico. You can also get a vendor right off the street corner. As you saw, we had fish tacos out of the food truck the other day, and I think all the food here is excellent.
It really is all good. She's correct. I mean, the quality food like this is awesome. And you can be in a gas station or a convenience store with a little kitchen on the back and the food is equally good. Seems like they take a lot of pride in their food in Baja.
Every place has their different take on how they do the sauce. Chips are a little different everywhere you go. So it's been really neat trying all the different sauces and chips.
We have just arrived down in the heart of Rosarito. We're kind of the downtown area, they tell me. Let's talk about road conditions for a little bit. What should you expect on the roads down here? Keep in mind, everything that I'm speaking to, strictly my opinions, you may find differently riding the north, all of really the coastline of the north half of the Baja. Scott, what you got to say about the roads?
They're a lot better than I figured they were going to be. Road markings are good. I mean, everywhere you go, they tell you, you know, pretty much warnings.
Gotta be aware. You will be so soaked in the landscaping that you're not paying attention. It's like a stop sign because it's not in English?
Just be ready for anything. You know, it could be wet, ditches, a lot of dirt in the road. Gotta be careful taking corners with the dirt.
Let's talk masks. I follow the basic law when it comes to masks, and I think this is a really emotional topic for a lot of people. I don't believe my opinion is the answer for everybody, but right now, this day and age, masks is a part of travel. So what I do is I wear my mask where people are asking me to wear a mask, like this. And when I'm out in the open, I don't wear a mask. Seems like a reasonable compromise to me. You know, most places want you to wear masks if you're in close, and when you get out here, you're fine. All right, let's talk security and safety.
So far, so good. No issues. Everyone's been nice. Ran through checkpoints. No issues with those. We've been lucky so far.
I don't think it's just luck. I think these people are truly, genuinely nice. They want to make sure that this neighborhood is safe. I think the Baja police really make an effort to make sure that crime doesn't happen here, because if they do, they will lose tourist business.
Have you felt unsafe at all, Scott?
Not at all. And I think people actually go out of the way to actually try and help us.
You know, I heard a lot of be careful, things could possibly happen. Just be you and enjoy the fact that these people in Mexico, in Baja California itself, are really genuinely want to help you, and man, they've opened their houses for us.
I have to agree with my riders. I think it's been really safe. Never once have I really worried about anything. Now, with that being said, you can make a safe situation unsafe very easily. You know, you have to be cautious and pay attention, just as you would in any city, in any country. You know, so yes, I mean, there are potentials for dangers, of course, like anywhere and with anything, like motorcycling, for example. But I think if you're cognizant of that, I think if you're aware of that, and you just act respectably, and you know, make smart choices, there's really not going to be a lot of situations for danger. I've been here 9 days now, or 8 days, whatever. I haven't felt scared or in danger or in a bad compromise anywhere.
So we started way over here, right? So
Okay.
here's Tijuana, Rosarito, Ensenada, St. Thomas, and then this red line, which is Highway 1, went all the way down to Guerrero Negro.
Yep.
At Guerrero Negro, we decided that because of the weather patterns that we were receiving, that it would behoove us to come back up already instead of going all the way down. So we went back up, and then we went back down east to Baja de Los Angeles, and then we took that beautiful Highway 5 all the way up to San Felipe, and then up through Highway 3, and then that's all where the snows were at, the snow was, and then here we are, somewhere around this way.
North of Ensenada we are. We're up by Rosarito.
Almost.
We're right back up here.
Way
We're
back
down.
up there. Correct. How cool is that, huh?
Yeah. So basically this is the line for northern and southern Baja. And so we just went into a little bit of the southern Baja, but lots of southern Baja yet to check out. But we did both coasts, top to bottom of North Baja. And so that's what these experiences we're telling you about are based on. So another question I get asked a lot is about the fuel. What caliber fuel are we getting and how do we deal with that?
I thought it was decent. My bike ran just fine.
Perfect.
So I have to agree, you know, you get that lower octane gas, you can still run it. You know, you may not want to crank your engine wide open. You know, you might get a little pre-detonation, especially if you got a performance built engine like I'm dealing with, but still able to ride it, able to enjoy it. Just, you know, you're not maxing it out. So how's the money going on this trip? What's the exchange rate? How's that working?
It's about 19 to 1. It's been working good, but if I make a recommendation, definitely bring some small bills. It helps.
So they will take American money, but they use their exchange rate at that store, not necessarily exactly what the exchange rate is for the country in the moment. You might be paying a little more or a little less doing American, but either way, take those small bills. That will help you out a lot. And you can get ATMs. There are ATMs out here, so you can get money, both US dollar and the peso.
They don't take credit cards south of Rosarito.
They really don't. Everywhere south of Rosarito, nobody really took credit cards. I think maybe 1 or 2 gas stations is all we saw that actually took a credit card. Now that we're in Rosarito downtown, you know, we are in a city. I mean, you've got traffic, you've got, you know, beautiful walls, nice floors, nice drives, all of that. But this is by far the minority of the country. Most of the country is pretty undeveloped, pretty barren. You'll ride some of those highways we just showed you, and you know, you may go 80, 90 miles without seeing even a little store or gas station or anything. It'd be a horrible place to get into an accident or something like that. I don't know how service would be. So you want to be extra careful in those scenarios. But we found the people in those little towns in between to be every bit as nice and welcoming as anywhere. I mean, the entire place has been that way. So let's talk about the border and crossing into Mexico and going back, which we haven't done yet, but I have done several times in the past. And checkpoints. I have not yet shown my ID or passport to anybody. I've been down here 9 days. So we just have been traveling and going around and enjoying ourselves and have not had any issues having to stop at any checkpoints and answer questions, even at the border coming into the country.
Needless to say, be prepared just in case. Your ID, your insurance, all that stuff, all put together. So just in case you don't be all over your gear looking for it.
Yeah, he's 100% correct. Gotta have your passport. I got mine in my vest right now, just in case, but haven't had any issues. Some borders you only need an ID. I think at this border you're gonna need a passport. It's pretty simple though. It's nothing to stress about or worry about. The insurances, we did get Mexico insurance on my motorcycle. It was about $200 for the 10 days. It's by the day. They also have a thing called a TIP, which is a fee you need to bring your motorcycle into the country, but that's only in non-free zones. The Baja happens to be one of those free zones, so you don't need to worry about that. So in the cities, you've got these markets like this that just go on and on. You can get just about anything you want. Of course, outside of the city, it's much, much different. You can hardly find anything at all. So it just depends on what kind of experience you want. For me, I really like checking out the small towns, you know, but the cities are a fun experience too. So we're gonna take you to our dinner. Today, we're gonna be going to dinner with some locals. They're gonna be cooking us up a dinner. We're right here on the ocean. Thought it'd be cool to show you the difference, you know, from a cafe at lunch or a beautiful restaurant at lunch to a dinner in a private residence with some locals. Oh, it smells like seafood, that's for sure. Look at this. Got it set up for us. Look at that. How's that for a view? All right, we got to look outside here. Woo, you ain't kidding.
No tide, real low. Usually you'll see the...
Look at that. What a cool place to eat dinner. So explain to me, this is not a restaurant.
This is my friend's place, and he usually invites like the teachers, he invites some of the federal government workers. He's an excellent cook, man. I know you won't be disappointed.
I love that, man.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be sharing it with y'all. I hope y'all enjoy kind of seeing inside what we do and how it can go here in Mexico. So far, the first dish, the clam chowder, absolutely perfect.
It's really good.
Ceviche. Look at these refried beans. Such a different texture. And they are just, look at, is that like that's a pepper? They're a little spicy, a completely different texture, but completely delicious. And now for the main course.
Oh my God.
Shrimp.
Look at that.
Lobster. Look at the pile of that food. Have you ever seen so much?
Absolutely not.
Do we have more people coming? That is amazing. I mean, I'll try to do my part. Now they're bringing out more shrimp.
It's so funny that actually people in high places come to this place, you know, this little dive house, you know, at the ocean, and eat this incredible food, you know. I mean, politicians, the governor of Baja, California, you know, mayors.
Coming here and sitting in here to eat.
Sitting here to eat, you know. Crazy.
I can see why all the food's on point.
No doubt. No doubt.
What is this now?
I have no idea, but it looks amazing.
I have to give a proper thanks to my hosts. Thank you so much for inviting us.
You're so welcome. So welcome. You can come back anytime.
And do y'all have anything you want to tell people who are thinking about visiting Mexico?
Hey, I'm from Germany. I moved from Germany, single woman, 3 animals on the plane. People were saying, are you crazy moving to Mexico? And I said, I think I'm okay over there. And I am. I'm 2 years here and I'm happy.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Phenomenal, man. Good food.
Excellent.
Thank you. Absolutely unbelievable. that may have just been the best meal of the entire trip. In fact, it definitely was. You know, from this morning in a higher end restaurant to tonight eating in someone's private kitchen, can only come by invite only. Mexico's the same, the people are great. And it even got to me at one point, people were telling me it's too dangerous or don't do it and this and that. It's a great culture and it's great to experience. I would not worry about traveling to Baja, Mexico if you have any travel experience at all. If you have not yet, please check out our entire series. There's 8 videos in total. They are underneath my playlist, Dream Rides.